Well, howdy, Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another day where I have to run this through a free volume ariser that will increase the volume to a point where you guys can actually hear me. It's really snowing up a storm here. I don't know if you all can see too well, but I've also got my brolly, my big old brolly. And I think it's cool that it's snowing, so I'm going to walk to the post office in the snow. Hopefully my camera is going to survive the snow. It's cold and wet, and it's pretty awful. So I've got the brolly over my head, but boy, here's my legs already. I'm covered in snow. Man, I might not make it all the way down to the post office and back. This is going to be rough. Luckily, I got some pens with me. It's just I'm having to hide because it's snowing so hard. Yes, it is. It is snowing up a storm. Literally, it's a snowstorm. I am going to be soaked. Here's my arm. I'm already accumulating snow. My legs are accumulating snow. My arm is accumulating snow. My brolly is accumulating snow. I'm having to rest the umbrella. I don't know what you call them, the metal bits on the inside. I'm resting these actually atop my head. So when I get to where I'm going, I'm going to have to brush my hair pretty good. But hokey smokes. It is snowing up a regular snowstorm. It's been a while since I've recorded anything. I don't know how well this is going to work. I think the battery is mostly charged up. The card is largely empty. I'm holding the camera in my claw position, the patented claw position, so that it's staying up and in front of my face as well, so that you can see what I see, hear what I hear. You can feel what I feel as my legs are torn from my body in great wrenches, as you can hear the meat and muscle torn from my bone in great bloody swatches of meat. You will be able to feel that too. Wait a minute. No, that's wrong. I'm not going to have my limbs torn from my body today. I'm just walking through the snow. That does not necessarily equate to the limbs being torn from my body. And I apologize for falsely equating the two of those. Gosh golly gee whiz. I've got just one light blue panel. The rest of my brolly is pitch black. It's just got that one bright panel. I wonder why. Boy, this is not easy to keep my camera safe. I don't have the, what is the word I'm looking for? Waterproof cover for my camera. Even if I did, I then don't think you'd be able to hear me at all. I mean, the microphone on this thing is not the best in the first place. Without this, I mean, with the cover on it, I'd have to shriek just so that you can hear me whispering. That would suck. Ow! I just slammed my umbrella into the side of my head. Knocked a bunch of snow off the brolly though. But man, I was not expecting to club myself with my own umbrella. That kind of sucked. Well, I'm going to do these in 10-minute chunks. So that gives me files of 10 minutes in size, which that's a good size to edit. That's a good size to transfer, and really 10 minutes at a time. That's pretty good. So between those, I'm going to just hit my e-pens, walk a little bit to warm up. I'm going to put my hands in my pockets during those times. Still, I'm only at 5 minutes 22 seconds on this first file, and I've made it down this far, down to Turner Avenue in Shelton, Washington. There's only 9,000. There's like 9,853 in the official 2015 census, something like that. 9,783. It's less than 10,000 is the point. That's all. It's less than 10,000 people here in bright, sunny Shelton. In cold, snowy Shelton, where meth and heroin are a terrible, terrible problem. But then meth and heroin are a terrible problem all across the country, not just here in Shelton. Don't get the wrong impression. We're nothing special here. We're just a small town being destroyed by the ravages of addiction. And again, that's pretty much indicative of all small towns across the nation. And unfortunately, ever since the one half of our government, and I'm not going to name names because politics are a big divider, but I'm just going to say that they have an elephant and they have a big capital R in their name, but they gave up on democracy decades ago here. And now that they've finally got a fascist in power, they're just happy as a pig in shit. It's sad. But life is life. Let's see, we're at 7 minutes 37. Oh, I'm going to cross the road. There's a car coming. Oh, wow. Well, that wasn't the real reason I was crossing the road. I was crossing the road because this street that I'm on, well, turning onto, did I miss this street? I did. I went past it by one. I'm looking for Thomas Avenue because Thomas has the entrance to Ravena Trail. And Ravena Trail is a really cool trail. I'm going to have to keep this going long enough to head down Ravena Trail. So actually, I'm going to cut this one now and then be back in just a moment. Here we are, the entrance to Ravena Trail. So you can see here, it's kind of cool. You know, it's just a trail, goes through the woods. There we go. Earlier today, I felt horrible, like I had, let me knock some snow off my brolly. I had felt like when I had gotten the gift that was what I thought was perfect and turned out not to be, I felt like I had literally taken the present that someone had sent me and that I had spit in their faces and just thrown it into the mud because I went and chose the wrong thing. But, as someone did point out in the comments, you know, I am going to get more games for the PlayStation 4, and there are a lot of cheap ones, and in fact I'm trying to get a hold of a lot of the old PlayStation 2 games that I used to have. But each month they only have a very small number of games that are available from the PlayStation 2 era for purchase, so such is life. But it is true, and I'm probably going to get an Xbone at some point after I get a trailer and move, because I like technology. In fact, I love technology. I love the consoles. I love that stuff. Ooh, more snow falling off my brolly. I'm really accumulating snow. And so it's a good thing to be able to record new things going forward. I just felt that it being not what I had originally thought it was, that it was like I had taken a present from someone and just spit in their faces and laughed and thrown in the mud. But it's not that. It works fine, I'm sure. I haven't tried it yet. But HDMI in, HDMI out, that's fine. And I've got new games, and I'm going to get new games, so that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with the capture card. In fact, it's perfect. I was just disappointed in myself because I thought it had, when I was looking at it, all that stuff so that regular RCA components can plug in. But someone has also pointed out they do sell adaptation kits so that you can plug RCA things into an HDMI. So if I really wanted to, I could do that. And now we're coming down the bottom of Ravena Trail. Now the thing about Ravena Trail is that's hell going back up. It's even harder than the Death Road out here, because over at the top it is hell. Very steep. Darn it, I keep getting water drops on here, and it's not waterproof. Shucks. I was hoping I'd keep it back far up and under. I don't think I have. Well, I know I haven't, because I keep getting water drops on the top of the camera, and I don't want to ruin the camera. But I've got it far enough back and under, I thought, and up, that no way to get water on it, but still did. How disappointing. No, so I'm thinking of actually starting with Bloodborne. But the thing, I'll wait for the car. The thing about games like Bloodborne is this, I suck at them so badly, even when I can learn patterns. And all you have to do is die once, and then the entire world resets. Doesn't matter where you respawn. Just like in Dark Souls, die and the entire world resets, so you have to start from scratch. Sure, if you quote-unquote get good, I guess you'd be safe. But getting good is such a frustrating endeavor. So I don't know. It is so cold that I need to put my left hand into my pocket and not be the claw anymore. So I'm going to call this one for now and start again in a bit. So you take care, and I'll see you all. Well, alrighty. I'm swung by the post office. This is our tree. It's not really, uh-oh, I got water on the lens. It's not really, special when there's no lights on. There's the gazebo. Not that special with no lights on. Water drops all over the camera. I can only hope that it's going to be okay. Yeah, the snow is really not sticking down here. And I'm just on my way from, kicking wood on the sidewalk. From the post office to Safeway. I'm going to grab something to drink. Hopefully. It's probably way too busy there. It's afternoon. And it's a Friday. It's going to be packed, so I'm just going to skip going there, and I'm going to head right on home. So, yay on that. Hopefully the snow has been sticking up above, up where I live, because it's not really sticking down here worth the darn. Oh well. Such is life. Cold and wet. Man, oh man. And of course, me with my social anxieties. Whenever I see anybody at all on the road here, I immediately clam up. So it's not easy trying to be a YouTuber during the daylight hours when there's people around. I was at the mall yesterday. Well, no, we didn't even make it to the mall. It was some other smaller stores we made it to. and I was having a very, very hard time of it. Combination of social anxieties, not being able to handle crowds. I've never been able to handle crowds. They've always given me panics, even as a youth. And then now with the death of my wife added on top of that, it's rough. Boy. It looks cool though. I mean, I like it snowing out here, and even though it's all grim and gray because the snow isn't sticking, you know, at least it's falling, and that's cool. Even though there's a lot of just plain rain in this, but that's okay. Boy, as stated, I hope it's not getting water onto the inside of the camera here. My brother-in-law was telling me I should get a GoPro. I need to get something, because these little cameras like the one I have here, while really nice, just not quite nice enough, because I have to run it through a free volume booster to almost double the volume from the default, and there's no way to change that. You know, so I have to bump it up by 20 decibels, which is insane, but it works, which is a good thing. I'm getting too loud again, my apologies. I'm yelling and shouting as I walk around, looking like a crazy person, talking to a little red plastic device. Yeah, boy. I'm gonna make a cut across the street, which isn't to say a cut, but this is Railroad Avenue, the main drag downtown. And I'm going to cut across Railroad to one of the smaller streets where I can travel on that instead of having to worry about all this traffic. Loud traffic. Plus people, human beings, social interaction, etc., etc. Ugh. Cold and wet and gray, and now I'm moving my hands on the camera, sorry about that. I can't even do my normal ASMR voice, and I'm sorry about that. I mean, I can. You know, here we are, we're heading outside. Hopefully you're going to be able to appreciate and understand all that happened here. No, I gotta go over the top of this, so it's gonna be loud. Drops of water, bloody water. This is Coda. I'm gonna go down Coda to 7th Street, and then I'm gonna go up to Death Hill. I'm not sure if I'm gonna walk up the outside part of Death Hill, or if I'm gonna take Ravena Trail up Death Hill. Either way, it's gonna be a nightmare. I've been 5 minutes 48 on this. Nothing really exciting is happening. I'm going to cut this one down, and then I'm going to start up again when I get to the base of Death Hill, which I just call Death Hill. That is not its official name. So, see you at Death Hill. And howdy, we're back. I'm at the base of Death Hill. Here's the hill, the down thing, and then there's Ravena. I think I'm gonna go up Ravena. I'm dropping my brolly. There. Yep, no snow up here. Little water as it drains through. Gotta remember to point this where I'm walking, not just at the ground. Sorry about that. Oh, there's a little bird. Cool. Up Ravena we go. At some point, I'm going to stop talking, and you're just going to hear me gasping for breath, because Ravena Trail is one hell of a trail. It's all are. Not looking forward to the being out of breath part up here. In fact, I'm Already out of breath-ish. I didn't eat anything. I haven't eaten anything since like yesterday at 3 in the afternoon. So I'm running on no fuel in the tank. Yeah. And of course, using my right hand for this. It's already sore and tired. My fingers are frozen. And I'm already so overheated, I almost need to unbutton my coat. Yeah, it's going to be the last of my talking. Until I get up and out and catch my breath. So now for the gasps. That's cool. I like these for drainage. It's a hell of a hill. Okay, I need to get the water off the top because it doesn't need to drip into the microphone or any other parts of the camera. On Death Hill, it raises 125 feet in about 2 blocks. When you're driving up that Death Hill road, it's less steep, like 4 times as long. Hopefully there's no water on the lens. Oh, my left hand is freezing. Swapping hands for the camera. Oh. Yeah, boy. Uh-oh, water drops. I think you're still safe though. Let's hope. If it lands across the lens, I'm sorry. Well, hey.
Phone.
Huh? Oh, I couldn't even hear it ringing.
Dude, we called you like 30 times.
Really? Jesus Christ. Here,